Hey guys, happy Saturday. It's Vlogtober number 24. We're almost done with this month. Can you believe it? Halloween is a few days away and we'll be rolling right on into November like nobody's business. And then Christmas will be here. Christmas! Have you started your Christmas shopping? I have started my Christmas shopping. I'm so thankful and blessed that I was able to go ahead and start. Like the funds were there, you know, because sometimes they're not. And I'm thankful that I could kind of go ahead and get a little bit of a head start. I'm nowhere near finished, but, you know, I've bought a few things, ordered some items off of Amazon, but I am going to go to some local places as well and try to support some of the businesses around town because I know that's very important, and there are a few things I want to get from those places anyway. They have great gift items and stuff like that, little boutiques in different places. I've got to figure out what I want to do for my coworkers in my group. There are a total of 6 including myself, but take me out of the equation, that leaves 5. But then there's one other lady who kind of is like a second boss or manager, overall coordinator, and still helps us a lot, so throwing her in there, so really it jumps back up to 6. So I have to find some type of item where I can get like 6 similar. I don't like to get exactly identical things. Sometimes I like it to be slightly different, you know. I don't know. I may go simple and just get like a little festive holiday cup with some candy and a couple pins and put in there something, you know, like that. Or I may, you know, get something a little more, I don't know. I really think I would do a little more than that because I'm thinking for Halloween, getting everybody like a little Halloween cup or bag and putting candy in it, you know what I'm saying? So I want to do something a little different for Christmas, but I haven't figured it out. So if you have any suggestions for coworker, they're all female by the way, if that matters, coworker Christmas gift suggestions, ideas, thoughts, let me know. I could always use the help. I'm taking Blaze to the VET to get his 10-week SHOTS's. That was funny. Anyway, I feel like I need to spell it out like you do for children, although I know you probably wouldn't know what I meant if I said it. But still. Where these folks are going. Okay, he's turning. But anyway, after that, taking him back to the house, and Justin and I have to go to Lowe's. We need to get like he wants to wire in. There's one outlet that's just kind of open. It's open, you know, in the house. It doesn't have a cover over it. It's not connected to anything. There's no electricity actually going through it. He tested it with his little thingamabobber that electricians have. I don't know, because he used to do that for work. But anyway, he wants to run power to that so that we'll have an extra outlet in that area of the kitchen. He's got to get like a light switch cover thing, because right now it's just kind of open and exposed. We want to cover that. There's a piece to the door, like the trim around the door, the top and the side of the door. He's got to get that. Just some small things we want to do this weekend. The rain's going to prevent us from doing any big jobs, because any like cutting or anything, you know, he'd have to do for any other major issues, you know, kind of hard to do. I mean, if he had sawhorses, he could do it on the carport, I guess, and I could just, you know, not park under there, but we don't have those yet, and probably aren't going to get them anytime soon, because he doesn't do that much work as far as around the house, in my opinion, to really need them. And then where are you going to store them when you're not using them? I don't want 2 random sawhorses just sitting in my yard, you know what I'm saying? We don't have a big garage or shed or anything like that, really, not at this time. We were talking about getting a shed for storage. He's thinking about getting like a medium-sized shed and actually setting it next to where the dog pen is, and then putting in a partition or basically a wall to where we can go in the door and have like half of it or a little more than half of it for storage, but then make them an opening like with a pet door where they can go in and out, and have it to where they can get like out of the rain and weather, and then have their food in there too, so it doesn't get wet. Because right now, the way we have them, they don't really have a roof over their area, and we're gonna have to figure that out because it's been raining a little more. I mean, they have a doghouse, don't get me wrong, they do have a doghouse to get into, but still their food is not covered, so we've got to come up with some better idea. another project to work on for another day here pretty soon. But anyway, when I get back, we're going to leave again, like I said, go to Lowe's, maybe Walmart, because I need to get a bookshelf. I am trying to get my craft room organized, but I don't have enough storage, like, area. I have a ton of, like, totes, but I don't want to leave everything in totes like it was, you know, packed up to move, because then I'll never know it's there and I'll never be able to get to it, whatever. So my two things are to organize and have more storage, and then to also to get rid of crap I don't need or haven't used or I'm not going to use. It's like another time that I need to just like minimize some things. So I need my defrost on back there. But anyhow, or I could do that. I forget that thing's back there. Oh, look how dirty that is. Oh, you can't see it. That's probably a good thing. It's nasty. But anyway, so yeah, but after the shots and we go back home and go to Lowe's and go to Walmart, might pick up some lunch before we go back home, a late lunch, and then the ball game I think is at 3, Alabama versus Tennessee, so that'll be fun to watch. Actually, it's probably going to be like, I don't know, I don't want to say it'll be a shutout because I don't want Tennessee to do something weird and crazy and come back and kick our butts, but it should definitely be a win for us, I hope. So we'll be watching nonetheless. Ooh, the dog food back there just like rolled over. I heard it. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Speaking of the dog food in the back, because my water and my dog food and the cat litter's back there, and I think that's it. But it was heavy, and I wasn't going to bring it in. I'm going to let Justin get it. No, baby, you got to sit down. Sit down, please. He's up and whining. We're almost there. I'll get you out in case you got TT again. But I was a little upset for the first time with my pickup order because I had got some maraschino cherries, and they come in a glass jar, this particular kind, because I got the no stem, so I wouldn't have to pull them all off this time. And I was going to do like a pineapple upside down cake or cupcakes or whatever, so I needed the cherries, and I got the pineapples, cake mix, and all that. Hold on, baby. And all that. So when I went to start getting my groceries out, I got a couple little bags out, set them on the counter, and then I went back, and then I noticed something that looked like Kool-Aid, and I'm like, I didn't get any juice or Kool-Aid. What is that? You know, it's just like red liquid. And then I looked in the bag, and there it was, a busted glass jar of my maraschino cherries. So I was not happy about that. I had to make sure that all the glass was still in the bag. And then I had to, you know, kind of wipe out my a little spot back there because, you know, I didn't want it to attract like ants or bugs or anything because, you know, it being sugary and sweet and whatever, that red stuff. I mean, thankfully it's a dark color, so it didn't like stain it, but I still wanted to, you know, get the stickiness and all out, so I had to wash that up. And then when I grabbed the bag out, of course, more of the red stuff got all in the carport, so I kind of sprayed some water out there to kind of disperse it a little bit because, again, I didn't want a big, huge trail of ants or anything coming up there, you know, after that. So it was just a pain in the butt, and I'm glad that it was me that got it and that nobody else was helping me because, like, last weekend, my cousins were there, my younger cousins, my second cousins, actually, my cousins' kids, but you know, they helped me get stuff out, so I'm glad nobody grabbed it and like cut themselves. But it has a little thing to do a survey, and so I did put in there that, you know, never had any issues before, but I told them what happened, and I said, just, you know, you may want to tell your associates to be a little more careful. I mean, they're so good about like coming to the door and they'll hand you your bread and your eggs, which is great, but I mean, you know, they need to be more aware of what they're putting in there, because I mean, like, think about it. I got 2 jars of spaghetti sauce. They come in glass jars too. I mean, you know, I can't help how the product comes, you know, not everything is in plastic. And so anyway, I mean, if you get pickles and things like that, they're in glass jars. You know, they just need to be more mindful. And what happened, it looked like from the way I picked up the bags, was I had like 2 cans of like black-eyed peas and 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. So basically, you know, heavier canned goods. It looks like they just tossed them right in there on top of the jar after that, because the jar was the only thing in the bag that it was in. But, you know, I'm thinking you put little stickers on the bags when you like substitute something and say substitute. It seems like you could do a certain color bag or another little sticker that says glass, so they could be more aware, you know, put those on top or over to the side. But they get to where they just literally kind of chunking it in there, and I'm like, all right, hold up now. And I have seen people get out with a mask on and stand back there and kind of help them rearrange it so that doesn't happen. And I guess I may have to do that in the future, or I'll just go back to going inside and getting it myself. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. May add some clips later on depending on what happens today and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna go for now because we're here and I need to find a parking spot. Bye guys, for now.